Hello and welcome. I recently heard about. Is my head in frame? Yeah, okay. I recently heard about a store from Japan called Daiso that is apparently kind of like a Dollar Tree, but they apparently have some chains in the United States, and it just so happens that one was not too far from where I live. So I did get a few things from that I don't think I ended up showing because I was kind of under a time pressure. So anyway, um, so I think the first thing I'll go ahead and show is that I got one of the Halloween lanterns. They had the little jack-o'-lantern guy and the ghost, and I got the ghost. It's got a little hanging thing to it. It's got like a little kawaii face. And it does have a thing where you can put batteries in and then it can light up. There's a little bulb down at the bottom there. But I don't have batteries in it right now. But, yeah, I just thought that it looked kind of like with the round eyes and stuff, having the, like, Japanese character face on it. It kind of reminded me of, like, the ghost lanterns in the yokai mythology where the lanterns come to life and have like a wider smile to them as opposed to like the western ghost stuff where the ghost will have like the O mouth. How this has like the wider mouth, like the Chochinobake would usually have one eye and then they would have the wide smile with a tongue sticking out. So it's not exactly like that, but it kind of reminded me of that. So I liked this little guy. And I have the receipt here. Let's put this in the background so I can see what the price was. Because that's the other thing, is that the prices were... Oh, it's Oh, it's a little bit confusing. The way that it's written, it doesn't line up perfectly. I think it was $2.25. Yeah. The prices, like, on the items... Does this have it? No. But the prices on the items would be in yen, and then they would have, like, a conversion thing up in the store. So it wasn't, like... It was kind of interesting seeing, like, what the conversion rate would be. But most of the things either had yen on them or had no price, in which case I think... You'll see in the store footage, but I think it was, like, $2.25 was the price in dollars for, like, items that didn't have a price on them. I think that's what it was. But then there were other items that were priced a price that was higher, such as this book box that I got. Hold on, I have something I was putting in there. Let's take that out. So, I got this book box. I like that it has like the magnet in it, so it does stay closed when you have it upright, which I always like those. This was, let's see, I think this is the thing that's on here for $4.50. And it says, watch out, the ghosts. And this is kind of funny because it's like, like you always see like the bad like Asian writing tattoos in like Chinese or Japanese that like some Western person will have, and then they'll be like, someone who actually knows the language will be like, but your tattoo says like some weird thing on it that's like not grammar, like correct grammar. So this like they did a pretty good job, but it is slightly funny, like this specific sentence. So it says, watch out the ghosts, witching hour. So I just thought that was kind of funny. But I said witching hour, that's kind of this gothic looking thing, and then down here it says, the witch flies and the moon laughs. Have a creepy evening. I hope you enjoy a spooky night. And it's this, like, kind of Victorian, gothic looking, very spooky book box, and this was the biggest size. And there were 2 smaller sizes that all said different things on them. There were different colors as well. Yeah, I think I could put that up in the background too. It might just look like a black square, I don't know. Let's see. I'm like trying to figure out, do I show, maybe I'll show all of the Halloween stuff first. So then the next thing I got was the squeeze toy. And I haven't looked back at the footage, so I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern, that then the thing that pops out was a ghost, I think. So this is the skull with the bat coming out, and I just thought it was funny on the back. It says, squeeze with force to make a small bat appear. I don't know why I find that funny, but something about that wording I find funny. So here's the small bat appearing. And just get him down in there if he doesn't go all the way back in. So it's very satisfying to squeeze. Skull. And the cute little bat. Little wings. Little like vampire bat with his fangs. So anyway, I quite like that. I don't usually get just like weird little like almost like party favor type things, but this one it's a skull and it has a bat that pops out. That looks pretty great. I might have to grab that, so I did. Can I put that there or will it fold down? No, I think we're okay. Okay, do I have an okay, I think now this is where... Oh, wait, no, we do have another Halloween item. I'm like, I think there was another thing, but I can't see it. Then I got this little flag garland with the little ghosts in it. And I thought that this was more of, like, just fully, like, kind of a cute thing. But I didn't realize that it's like, here are the ghost designs. So like this was the one that I could see where it was the like cute cupcake ghost. Let's sit him down here. And the design is on both sides. So you just thread the cord it comes with through the back. So I thought it was going to be like fully just like a cute kind of Candyland thing. But then there was a fun surprise on one of these that we'll be getting to in a second here. Is it literally the last one? No, I don't think it is. It's like just a little ghost. And we have the jack-o'-lanterns. Alright, we're coming upon the ghost that was the pleasant surprise. This little ghost with this jack-o'-lantern. And this is fun. So this is like a yokai ghost, which I love learning about like different mythology from around the world, and I've been recently getting into like the Japanese monster folklore and stuff. So he's got the little headband that would be like what people would be buried in, and then he's got his tongue sticking out, which for some reason a lot of the ghosts and like kind of spooky mythological beings in Japanese folklore have their tongues sticking out. Like a lot of times they'll have one big eye and then they'll have their mouth with their tongue sticking out. So this is like a little happy surprise of this like mythology, very unique yokai ghost looking character. And we got just this cute little ghost as well, which I could paint on like the burial headband onto some of these other ghosts if I wanted, but that was just like a fun thing that I didn't realize that one of the designs, because the designs showing on the package were so small, I didn't realize that there was one that was like a traditional Japanese folklore ghost. Although usually their ghosts are not, and then here's it's like this orange and white cord. usually the ghosts in Japanese folklore are like person looking and aren't like the little sheet ghosts, but this is kind of a cute take on, like, it's both the sheet ghost and it has that sort of like traditional Japanese ghost design to it. So anyway, there's that. And now we move into the things that are not the seasonal items. So I got these chopsticks, which were, is that? No, that's not yen, that's something else. Oh, well, I didn't look at the price for those other things. So, let's see, can easily find them. The Ghost Garland was $2.25, and the chopsticks, I think it says, are $6. It's, like I said, it's a little confusing the way that it lines up exactly with wash with I can't speak suddenly. Wash with dishwashing detergent after use and dry. These different natural wood colors. It's a little confusing on the receipt exactly how the things line up, because it's like the thing will be on one side, but it'll be kind of a long listing, and then there'll be like all these prices, and it's like I'm having trouble figuring out exactly like, is the listing of the price at the beginning, or is it at the end of where the lines of text are? But I think I'm getting it right. So we got the chopsticks. Then I got these sort of like hand glove things, which I think I'm going to end up sewing a little bit because they're very wide, so they like fall off. I think I'm going to end up like sewing them in a bit. But I like these because they're like sort of this almost like athletic type fabric on one side, but then it's mesh on the other side. So like you can have them on your hands. Like I have arthritis, so like my wrists get cold. So like I could have these on. Like you see it's huge there. So like I'm thinking of sewing it in a bit because it is stretchy. So I could sew it in a bit and still be able to get it on. But like my wrists and hands, like my fingers get cold, but then my palms get really sweaty if I just have, my nose itches, if I just have the regular, like, fingerless gloves on, or any type of glove. So, like, I thought that this was nice, like, that it has the mesh so you can get the ventilation, but then you can still have, like, something kind of around the wrists and, like, the fingers to keep your hands kind of warm. Or, like, if you're out in the sun, then maybe it could kind of help the back of your hand not get burnt, but then you still, your hand wouldn't get too hot from like having actual gloves on. So I grabbed those. Then here's I think this is the last non-food item. So I really like Sumiko Garashi. My favorite character is the little pork cutlet of the main characters, and then, but like my absolute favorites are the ones that are like the shrimp and fish tails, and the like tapioca balls. But I like all the characters. So they have the two characters, the penguin kappa type character, and then they had the polar bear character. So I grabbed the polar bear character. I think this was $8. Alright, where did it go? I saw it a little earlier. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where that went. Now I can't find it. Has the brand up there. Which I think I figured out, this is like a key thing, but I think I figured out you're just supposed to hold it by this. Like I thought maybe it was that you put your wrists through it, but it seemed kind of small for that. So I'm not sure exactly, but and it's got the little thing where you attach it onto something. And a little round guy. His little tail. Where did the price go off to? Yeah, the price is $8. And here's the last non-food item I got. A little pencil case. That's the shrimp tempura. Now I have my two shrimp tempura things. I don't think I've, this one was from Five Below. I don't think I've ever actually had shrimp tempura, but I love the like little cartoons of them. I think they're really cute. Can I put this guy in the background? He would fall down on me. Getting quite a little display of what looks like stuff that doesn't really go together in the background, but it's fun. Oh, wait, why did I keep saying, like, oh, this is the last non-food item? Because now I'm coming across, I have yet two other things. Maybe I was thinking, like, it had nothing to do with food, because now we're getting into things that, like, the shrimp tempura, now these things, it's like, it has something to do with food, but it's just not edible. So now we have this completely plastic, great little bowl here in black and red with the sort of like, oh, it's very reflective. Hopefully, oh, there we go. You can kind of see that, I think. Hopefully you're not just getting a great reflection of all the junk I have piled around the room. But it's got this nice design of these sort of like mid-autumn festival rabbits jumping around. And this nice real dark red inside. It's this like Asian style bowl. I could put something in, or like I've been trying to find something that was like a bowl that was in this type of, or what I was really trying to find was a teacup, which we'll see in a second. But I really like that this was the black and the really dark red that goes with my stuff. So that was nice to come across. I was hoping that they would have like a teacup for like if I do a little skit in this sort of like color and pattern, but I couldn't find an actual teacup in that. But I did find this teacup that is cute little bunnies. I'm working on some things that are like I can't remember what it's called, but the Mid-Autumn Moon Viewing Festival, where it's like the mochi rabbit that lives on the moon is a big symbol of it. And I think that's October 6th that the festival is. So this will be perfect. I can have for that my two little bunny items. Let's see, what were the price on those? The bowl was $2.25. Where's the teacup? Um, I suddenly can't think of the word shrimp tempura. On the thing it says pencil case egg roll, because the egg roll was the other one that was like kind of the one that went with it. So apparently that was kind of like the main headliner there was the egg roll. So on the list it says egg roll. So I'm like, my brain's like just seeing egg roll, and then I can't come up with the name shrimp tempura. But that cost $2.25, and the teacup, the blue teacup, is $2.25 also. And now I just found another item that was sitting here that I had under a bag that is not in any way food related, so I should have shown this in the beginning. But I got these two pairs of the tabby socks that you wear with the traditional Geta or Zori sandals. They had some different ones, but I got these ones that have the old traditional woodblock art of the kabuki actor. And I'll probably show like them on my feet in separate footage. But I had a near disaster with these, because all of them looked like they were the same size. Like, I didn't see any obvious size difference. But it turns out that these are men's size, and these are women's size. And the women's size ones are a little bit smaller, and the men's size ones are like the perfect size for my feet. But the women's size ones, as soon as I got them home, because the store, it's no returns and no exchanges, it's all sales are final. So I got them home and I'm like holding this up to my foot, and I'm like, uh-oh, like, can I get my foot in there? Because that looks pretty small. I can, it's tight, but I can actually get my foot in there. But here is this design of the geisha. So that, since I was paying attention to the socks in the store to make sure I didn't end up with, like, a kid's size or something. But I just took a look at them, and for some reason, when I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like an adult size, but I didn't look closer at, like, okay, but what, like, does it say anything else on there? Because, like, that was a near disaster. I almost got something that was too small to wear, but fortunately, because, like, when you just see them, like, hanging together, you don't clock that the one is bigger than the other. But, like, when you actually do hold them up, it's like, yeah, the one is definitely bigger. So, anyway, I wear, like, either, like, men's 7 or 7.5 in American sizes, which I think is, like, a women's 9 or 9.5. So if your foot is any bigger than that, the women's size will not fit you for sure. Like, it's actually tight up against my foot. And if your foot's any bigger in the men's size, it will maybe like one size bigger or so. You'll still be able to get in, but pretty much like after one size bigger, you won't be able to. So just be aware of that, because like there were some other Halloween socks that I liked the look of, but I did notice that those were smaller. But then yeah, my mouth is dry. I'm like suddenly can't speak. My tongue's getting all like stuck to my mouth. I did notice that those socks were like probably too small for me to wear, but for some reason I didn't think of checking with these socks. So thankfully I can fit into those, but I think the socks that I saw and thought that would be too small for me to get my foot into were labeled as women's as well. So I'm not sure if those are the same size or what exactly, but fortunately I can get my foot into those. So now we get into the food items that actually are food. I've been talking about, okay, now here comes the food items for like 5 minutes now. And let's just start off by showing probably the least interesting item, the oolong tea, which green tea is my favorite, but oolong tea is probably my second favorite tea, and they had it, so I just grabbed some of that. Let's see, what was the price on here? Yeah, $3.25 for the tea bags, and there's 16 of them in there. I've already tried them out. They're quite good. And then I was hoping that they would have a bunch of mochi, but I only found one, and it was this Kuromi. I've already eaten most of them, so that's why the bag looks like super thin, because they're all gone. I think there's literally one left. The black sesame mochi, which I had not tried before, so I tried these out. They're really good, and it's, I thought the picture was funny. It's Kuromi is like a walrus or a seal or something out like in the Arctic, and there's all of these black sesame mochis out just like growing in the wild. Like, wouldn't that be great to just be like in the Arctic and there just is it's just land of mochi in the Arctic. So I tried these out, And now here the price is just right at the bottom of the receipt, so I can easily find it. $7, and I think it's saying there are 12 of them in here. Yeah, there are 12 of them in here, and they're mini mochi, so they're quite small. So you can see there it is, one little squishy thing. And I think the outside mochi, they're like a very, very pale gray, and I think the outside mochi is not flavored, but then it does have that really nice, deep, nutty black sesame flavor in the middle. So anyway, those were really good. Very glad I got that. And then we have this very lovely looking thing that I didn't know what it was, but it's Hawthorne and Roselle candy. And upon research, I figured out that Roselle is in... Uh-oh, now, what was it? It was some kind of... It might have been a hibiscus flower. It was some kind of a, like, one of those really fragrant flowers. It was something to do with that. I'll have to put on the screen just like a confirmation of what the thing was that the Roselle was. And I have these fancy little packets there. And this, it's like a little hard candy, and which there's a picture of. And it's like a really floral type of flavor. It's like, it almost tastes like, kind of like a fragrant, fruity, I don't want to say soap, because then it sounds like it tastes like soap, which it doesn't, but it's like, if you take the soap element of the smell out of, like, a really fragrant, like, flowery, fruity kind of bar of soap, like, it tastes like the scent part of that that's not actually the soap, or like the alcohol in perfume or something, like just the scent part without the other component to it. They're quite good. They could be a little overwhelming. Like, I mean, it's very much a you have one and then you feel satisfied with it thing, which, I mean, it's probably good for me because I have a sweet tooth, so I mean, like, it's not something that I'll just, like, sit down and eat the whole bag of or something. But that was really interesting to try. I've never had anything quite like this before. So, there was that. Oh, I think it's $3.25. Yeah. And then the next thing I'll be showing, I think it said is $3. Like, it's either both of this and the next thing I'll be showing, it's one of them's $3.25, one of them's $3. I can't quite tell because it says, like, the name of the brand is, like, what it's calling on the receipt, and it's like, well, I'm not sure what that says. So, it's like the name of the brand in English, which is kind of interesting because it's like, how did someone figure that out if they don't know Japanese looking at, like, the stuff that they're stocking? But, oh wait, I just found it. There we go. There's the brand. So if you want to find this online, it's Senjaku Candyland. But what was I even saying? The highlight, I think, of all of the things, I mean, I loved the mochi. I think that of the food items that I've tried was, like, really high up there. Maybe, like, close second. But the best thing I had are these yuzu gummies, which I love yuzu. It's so hard to find in the US. Is this the same company we just saw? I don't think it is. No. I'm like, if it is, this company's on a roll. Real fruit juice. Yuzu gummy candy. Gluten-free, individually wrapped. And it's super hard to find anything that is yuzu in the United States. It's like, you can find lemon, and that's it. And in my opinion, yuzu and lychee are like the two greatest fruits ever. And I'm so happy that it seems like it is physically possible to find lychee things, which not that long ago it was like you basically couldn't. like you might at an Asian grocery store be able to find an actual lychee fruit, but you couldn't find anything that was lychee flavored, which now once in a while I come across something like those. I think they're called like unpeelables or peelables, unwrappables, something like that, where they're like the little gummy candy that you can like peel the outside off of. There's a lychee one of those that's just like that's like one of the best things I've ever had. Highly recommend those. But I haven't been able to find any yuzu stuff around, so I was so happy when I found this. I love yuzu and I love gummies, so it's so good. It's like the best lemon you've ever had. It's like what yuzu tastes like. Like it has like the nice sort of sweet fruity flavor of lemon without like the sour like acidic taste to it. So like if you like lemon flavored things, you'll probably like it because it's almost like more the sweetness of an orange, but it's more of the taste of a lemon. So it's just so delicious. So yeah, that was probably, of the food items that I've tried so far, my absolute favorite thing. I would absolutely get that again. That was so good. And then I think that this is the last item of all that I have. And I'll have to try this because I haven't even opened it yet. I have heard so much about the melon cream soda, which you can see on here. It's this thing where it'll be the melon flavor soda. Melon is in the like the green. I think it's called honeydew melon, which is so good. I always loved the green melon, and I never liked the orange middled melon. If you never liked that one because you thought it tasted weirdly salty, let me know. Because when I told people, even as a little kid, I don't like it because it tastes salty. And everyone's like, what do you mean? It's fruit, it tastes sweet. But I always thought the orange melon tasted salty, for like weirdly, like badly salty. Like usually I like salty things, but like there was too much salt in it. Like you're drinking salt water. Like that's always what I thought it tasted like. But I've always loved the honeydew melon. So it's this Japanese dessert where it's the soda that's melon soda, and then they'll have vanilla ice cream on top of it, and then like a maraschino cherry, which I didn't get any maraschino cherries, but I did get this, and I have some vanilla ice cream, so I'm going to be trying out. I think I probably should refrigerate this before trying it. I think that's what you're supposed to do with cream soda. But anyway, I'll be trying this, and I'm excited to see what this thing is that, because I could never imagine, like, what would a melon soda, just to begin with, taste like, and then with ice cream. So, yeah, I'll get to try this, and you know it's going to be good because it's kind of the color of absinthe. So, it's the color of absinthe, it's melon, it has something to do with ice cream, you know, I mean, how bad can it be? So anyway, how much was this? I think it was like around $3 as well. If I can find it kind of quickly here. Yeah, I can't tell how much it was, but I think it was like around like $2 or $3. So anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to show the socks or this drink first, but let's try out all of that. So, as you can see, they are basically the same size as each other. Like, I definitely have more room in these. I mean, these are more, like, that's actually the size I would be. But, like, these aren't that much smaller. So, like, I was saying, if the women's size, there it would look like when you're wearing the sandals with it. If the women's size is too small for you, then you aren't going to get that much of a larger size with the men's size, so just be aware of that. If you have large feet, be aware that these probably will not fit you. So anyway, I lucked out and they fit me, but just be warned that the sizing is not accommodating for large feet. Alright, now the moment of truth, where I try out the melon soda float for the first time. Oh, that's really good. It was kind of like regular cream soda, but with that little hint of the fruity melon. Yeah, it's sweet and refreshing and a little bit fruity. Very good. Definitely have that again. Anyway, I hope that you found this interesting, and hopefully this video didn't get too long. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, because I don't think I got too much footage in the store. But anyway, hope you like seeing these different things. I had fun going to the store for the first time and getting these different unique things that are either really hard or impossible to find in the United States. So that's cool that there's just randomly this Japanese convenience store in the middle of Oklahoma. I would not have expected that. We don't usually get like cool, like if there's going to be one one store of some chain, that especially if it's something that's from another place, we basically don't ever get it in this state. It might be like, oh, there's one or two in California or something, but you never get it just in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the country. So anyway, that was a pleasant surprise. I can't believe I haven't heard of it until just super recently. But anyway, and I probably said anyway like 4 times already just now. So, thanks for watching, and hope you have a good week. Until next time, stay spooky.